Are you doing consistent deals in this market? Heck, are you even doing a deal in this market? If not, then there are a few things that I know for sure you're doing that's hindering your progress. You definitely want to make sure that you stay tuned, because I'm going to be talking about some things that you can do to avoid these mistakes that most people make when they're trying to build their wholesale business. Stay tuned. Kudos to you for coming on back. I promise it's gonna be well worth your time. You're not gonna be disappointed at all. Before we go ahead and jump into today's topic, my name is TJ Hines. I'm a full-time real estate investor. Been investing in real estate for the past 10 years. Got my start in wholesaling houses. We did north of 400 transactions in the wholesale market in 3 different markets. And then we went on to fix and flip 123 properties within 4.5 years. And we did our biggest deal to date back in 2020, which was an apartment syndication. I'm also a best-selling author on Amazon with a few books, Virtual Wholesaling for Dummies and How to Protect Your Assets and Preserve Your Hard-Earned Capital. And then we have our release that's going to be coming out on Amazon in just a few short weeks, which is Wholesaling as Simple as Your ABCs, the 2.0 version. It's the version of the follow-up that I wrote roughly maybe 8 years ago. And I tell you what, man, it's super jam-packed with a ton of value. There isn't another book on the market when this book is going to be released that is in comparison with it. So it's going to be well worth your while to make that investment in that book, because it has everything you need to know about this business. And I've accumulated all my 10 years of experience within 105 pages, guys. And so listen, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's topic. And today's topic is, why aren't you doing consistent deals or even haven't done a deal yet? And I'm going to list off a few reasons why that may be the case. Now, I believe the very first reason that we have to address, just like every business will have to address this reason, is you're not generating enough consistent leads. And it could be based on your efforts that you're putting in towards this business. And if you don't have any leads coming into your business, then guess what? You don't have a business. And so what you have to do is you have to reflect back on what time you have to dedicate to this business and what free time you are allotted to work on this business. You have to stay disciplined to generate those consistent leads in that business. Now, there are many different ways that you can generate leads. You can generate free leads, you can generate paid leads. Fact of the matter is, whatever route you decide to go, you have to be consistent, my friend. Okay? Without consistency, you have nothing. Without consistent communication in your relationship with your wife or your husband, guess what? You have nothing. And so leads are the lifeline of your business. If you don't have them coming in consistently every month, even every day, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The likelihood, chances of you going out there building a long-term sustainable wholesale business is probably slim to none. Second thing that I noticed, frankly, is that people just want to be cheap. They get turned on to this business because they get caught up in the no money, no credit to buy a home. And now they suppose that everything that goes along with this business is supposed to be free. They want to go out and try to attract all the free leads. They want to go out and try to now attract a mentor to mentor them for free. They want to go to YouTube University and now look at all of the videos for free. So naturally, psychology, it plays into your mind thinking that you don't have to invest much into this business. And when you don't invest much into anything, you can't expect a return on anything, ladies and gentlemen. So stop being freaking cheap. It's going to take money in order for you to get momentum in this business, to get the business off the ground, so that way you can develop consistency in this business. If you're unwilling to invest in this business, then you have to find another suitable route to go that's going to help you build wealth towards freedom. But it's not going to be real estate. At some point, you are going to have to sacrifice some things that you're currently doing with your money to now invest that into your business, so your business can ultimately create the freedom that you want for you and your family. Number 3, not making enough offers, which simultaneously is in correlation to number 1, not generating enough consistent leads. If you don't make enough offers, then guess what? The likelihood chances of you ever getting a deal, let alone consistent deals, is probably slim to none. It'll never happen. And so listen, I know you guys are paralyzed just trying to figure out, well, how do I even make the offer? Let me just share this with you. Making an offer is better than not making any offer at all. Why? Because you get to learn through this process. Even if you overbid on the house, it's totally okay. Why? Because you're learning from that. So don't get down on yourself if you feel like, you know what, I'm not in a position or knowledgeable enough to make a sensible offer. At that point, any offer that you make is sensible. And the reason why it's sensible is because you're going to learn through this process in order for it to start to make sense for you. Moving on to number 4, not knowing how to talk to sellers or agents. Listen, in this business, you're going to have to learn how to communicate with sellers. It is very important for you to understand seller psychology and how to use that to your advantage to get the answers out of them you're looking for, so that way you can determine what their pain points are. Once you determine what their actual pain points are, you can create a solution to that. But you must be on the phone talking with sellers. It's not going to come overnight. You're not going to be this perfect guru real estate investor overnight. You must continue to talk to sellers every day. And the more sellers you talk to, the more better you become at understanding the things that you need to ask them in order to get the answers that you want to create the best solution for that specific scenario. Moving on to number 5. You guys think it's all about price when you're negotiating. Let me tell you, that's just one phase of the negotiation. But what leads up to the pricing, when you start talking about pricing, is what is being discussed before we even get to the price. Now, if you guys are just hopping on the phone, ready to start willing to deal and negotiating with sellers, that is the for sure number 1 way to get in the seller's bad wheelhouse. You will not get that deal. Trust me. You need to figure out their situation, have a sensible conversation, build rapport, so that way they feel like they can trust you. And if they can trust you, likelihood chances of them doing business with you will go through the roof. Now, once you find yourself generating consistent leads, hell, you figured out that you're going to have to spend some money in this business. Okay, now you understand that you need to make a ton of offers. And let me just drill this into you when it comes to ton of offers, which I should have mentioned back then. Guys, there's a saying out there, you must submit 100 offers in order to get one deal. But I promise you, it's not as much as it may seem. If you break that down, it's only really 5 offers per day. Now, would you make 100 offers and go through 99 no's to get that one yes that could yield you $15, $20, $25, $30,000 on a deal in 1 month? Well, most people will answer yes to that. But what most people won't do is do the work that it takes. Now, after they've programmed their mind, this is what they have to do. They're going to start seeing consistent results in their business. But this is the one thing that they leave out once they start getting consistent results in their business, is they do not dock their processes. Ladies and gentlemen, in order for you to build a long-term real estate wholesale business, or any business for that matter, it needs to be built around systems, people, delegation, and processes. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to dock the processes along the way, what you're doing, so that way when you are now ready to expand or scale up your business, you can hire and train people on your standard operating procedures, because you took the time while you were doing this business to document every process step by step, so that way now you can start delegating and outsourcing that work. Every company have built millions of dollars of value in their company, have built documented processes and procedures, so now they can start hiring people to come in to help them grow and scale their business. Now, before we get out of here, I'm gonna leave you with a bonus. One method that you should be doing if you are cash strapped right now is looking on the MLS for properties that have been listed for 120 plus days. Even expired listings, ladies and gentlemen. This is a free source that you can use, of course, to now find out who these sellers are, reach out to them, see if they have any interest in selling below what they're trying to get out of their property. These people are very motivated. Their property's been on the property for 4 months or so, and now they're to the situation where they got their backs against the wall and they have to make a decision. Now, a lot of these offers may not get accepted. I'm telling you right now, but if you don't shoot your shot, hell, you'll never make it at the end of the day, right? So shoot your shot, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if this video has added any value to your business today, do yourselves a favor. Make sure that you like the video. Put your comments down below. I love to know what your thoughts are. I always want to know what you're thinking, because that helps me curate the best content for you to get out there and crush it in your wholesale market. If you have not done so already, make sure that you click the subscribe bell button on this screen, so that way we can notify you of all the great content that we're going to be releasing here in the near future, so that way you can get out there and crush it in your own backyard. This is TJ Hines at REI Geek Swag on Instagram. You're tuned in to REI Geek Swag University. Until the next time we see you, peace.
REI Geek Swag, it's your time to